last 10 years, that is exactly what I see in the police. That there is no independent complaints procedure. It's not independent.
Because there's the IPCC, isn't there? The Independent Police Complaints.
They are not, they are not independent. I mean, on Augusta, right, they're about as much use as a chocolate fire guard. On Augusta, that job was deliberately, the official inquiry reported that job closed down because GMP were not prepared to put resources in. That is the official finding. 5 senior officers were then referred to the IOPC for investigation. All 5 of those officers refused to be interviewed. The IOPC has got no power to force them to be interviewed. Those officers have all retired with a big fat pension, but they are responsible for allowing 100 paedophiles to walk the streets for 15 years. For me, they should be held accountable. They are guilty of misconduct in a public office, and yet there will not be accountability because they have walked into the sunset free of any kind of consequences. So I see these, that the Internal Police Complaints Department, the IOPC, they are delaying tactics. They are all there to actually protect the organisation. What I would say is that what's happened this week in relation to police forces being told they must investigate burglaries, that is another public relations exercise because we have got a general election coming up. The public in this country are disillusioned with the police.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that if you report a burglary or a car crime or a robbery, you will get a crime number.
That's all you get.
That's all you get.
So this direction from the government is telling police forces what to do. They're not getting any more resources. So once again, we're in the land of PIs, maybe not called PIs, but it's the same land. They're not putting any more police officers in. So if police officers now who are there are not enough, they are not trained effectively, they are too young, they're inexperienced, experienced ones are running away in their droves. If you are not going to address those problems, the government can tell them to do it, and okay, they might do it because the chief constables will be directed by the Home Office to do that. But the consequences of doing all the burglaries and the thefts and the robberies are that the child rapes and the, perhaps the gun crime won't get dealt with. It's about prioritising where you want your resources to go. And presenting the policing to the public is very much a PR exercise.
Yeah.
They have very powerful public relations departments. Local police, local TV stations and local newspapers will only report what they are given permission to report, because otherwise they're excluded from press conferences where they're going to get a scoop. I know all this because I have lived it for 10 years. So I don't waste my breath fighting for things that are outside of my control. What I waste my breath doing is trying to raise awareness and educate the country, because I am a big believer in people power. Progress is far too slow. I would change it today. But from where I started 10 years ago, nobody knew about grooming gangs. If there's one thing that I have done, it's definitely raise awareness. The drama, we won 6 BAFTAs, and I've not watched it since I showed the girls because it triggers me. I can't look at certain things because it doesn't go far enough, but what it did, it educated the whole country that this problem existed. I'm too close into my story and their story. But what I can see now is the bigger picture and the foundation. I started my own charity because I was falling apart, because there are so many desperate people. So